I just bought this house behind me in San Antonio for $190,000. This will be my first flip in San Antonio. Now I've done wholesale deals and novation deals in San Antonio the past several years, but this is my first actual house flip. So this house is massive. It's 3,635 square feet and it has 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. My goal is to do a full cosmetic remodel and resell the house. So the seller is still moving out tomorrow, but I'm gonna show you the house how it is right now before I start, and then I'll show you the after once I'm finished. So when you walk in, you have a living area over here to your right when you walk in, and there's a little partition right here that separates out the formal dining area over here. Now, as you notice, these ceilings are actually really low for a 2-story home, and this house was built in the year 2000. So it's only 25 years old, it's not too old. But coming out here, over on this side, you'll come in, and there's a hallway right here, and there's a half bathroom over here on the left-hand side when you walk in, and I'm gonna redo the sink and the toilet here. And then back here is the laundry room, and the entrance to the garage is over to my right. But this is just a basic laundry room with the garage over there. Now, coming back on out, you go to the living room over here. This is the informal living room, I would say, and it's pretty spacious and has a fireplace right here, but it's just very low, the ceilings. The ceiling fan is almost at my head, and I'm only 6 feet. So it's not ideal, but that's how the house is built and I can't change it. Now coming over here, you have a breakfast nook area before you get to the kitchen. And on the outside, you have a large backyard area going up the hill that's kind of dirty and needs to be cleaned up, but it's a lot of yard space. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna replace all the floors of where we just walked in, but this kitchen tile floor right here is all in good shape. So I'm gonna keep that floor to save some money on costs and just do a deep clean on it. And all these cabinets in the kitchen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all the cabinets white and then just change out the countertops into quartz countertops and then put cabinet pulls and new hinges. So I don't have to spend money on demoing the whole kitchen and buying new cabinets. Of course, I'll change out the appliances over here to stainless steel appliances, but besides that, I'm really not going to do much to the kitchen. For electrical, I'm changing out all the light fixtures, including getting rid of these 2 lights and adding 6 recessed lights along the ceiling in the kitchen. Now, I'll probably do a total of 24 recessed lights added to the house, on top of changing all the electrical fixtures and all the plugs and switches. Now, for the bathrooms, I'm gonna redo the bathrooms entirely with new toilets, new vanities, new sinks, and new tile in the shower. So this is really just a cosmetic remodel. For the stairs and upstairs, I'll just replace all the carpet with new carpet, and then new floors on the first floor, fresh paint all around, and then redoing the bathrooms is probably the biggest work. And then the kitchen, I'm barely touching, so it'll be a light cosmetic rehab, nothing major. No foundation issues, no electrical, plumbing, or HVAC issues. It's just the roof. The old roof might cost quite a bit of money, but we'll see when we get the quote back. When you come up the stairs, on your left-hand side is the entrance to the master bedroom. And this is a huge, massive bedroom area. I'm talking probably 400 to 500 square feet just for the primary bedroom. And when you come in here, we'll change out all the carpet, add in recessed lights, and then in the primary bathroom, I don't like the setup too much of this bathroom. It's a really weird setup, but it will have to do. You have a 60-inch vanity on one side that's duplicated on the other side, and then you have a toilet room over here, and then your shower is over here. So it's kind of a weird layout, and your walk-in closet is pretty big if you come in here. It's about, I would say, 8 foot by 30 feet deep, so it's a really deep and wide walk-in closet. The other side of the stairs when you come up is this open loft area that's kind of just like a second living room or a game room area. And you come over here where you're gonna have a hallway with the other 3 bedrooms and the full bathroom. So you have the bathroom here that these 3 bedrooms share. It's a pretty small bathroom for 3 bedrooms. You only have a 30-inch wide vanity, toilet, and your standard tub and shower combo, but it's gonna have to do. I'm not gonna change the layout for this home. After that, you have 3 just generic bedrooms. This is a standard 10 by 10 bedroom, and they all have walk-in closets though. That's the best feature. Every bedroom has a walk-in closet. If you come around this hallway, you have another bedroom right here. And then they also have a walk-in closet. So you see it's a pretty decent sized walk-in closet. And this is the 3rd bedroom, and now I'm gonna go to the last and 4th bedroom. So in here is gonna be the last bedroom. It's a decent sized bedroom. This one is probably the 2nd biggest bedroom behind the master bedroom, and It's just a standard bedroom, just gonna do new paint, new floors, and another walk-in closet. So as you can see, the house just needs a full cosmetic remodel. I'm not gonna change the layout, I'm not gonna rearrange anything. I'm gonna keep it simple because all the comparative sales in the neighborhood aren't very nice at all. I'll beat all of them out just by doing new paint, new floors, and new bathrooms. So unlike my Dallas flip, where I'm completely changing out the layout of the master bathroom, this flip, I'm gonna keep it simple, get it done quick in 3 to 4 weeks, and then just get it sold. So I just got the quote back from the contractor in San Antonio, and I'm gonna go over this bid with you and show you what things I'll probably cut out and what things I'll keep with the contractor. And they're a pretty reasonable price contractor. I mean, they're probably 20% more than my Houston people, but I go directly to subcontractors in Houston while this is paying a GC to run everything turnkey. So I think it's a pretty fair price, but certain things like tile, I'm probably gonna change out to my guys who will drive out there and do it just to save some money. So the first line item is demolition and dumpsters, and zeroed out right now because when I walked the property with the contractor, the seller wasn't done moving out all her stuff. So we didn't know exactly how much was left that needed to be trashed out and demoed, and that can affect your dumpster pricing and your labor. So for now, that's a 0 until this upcoming week when we actually start. They'll take a final look at what all is left and give me a final price for demo and dumpsters. After that, you have the biggest line item of the whole bid for interior paint. Now, it's not just painting, as she's also including some touch-up work and patchwork on the sheetrock where there are cracks at some corners and small repairs like that. So there is quite a bit of sheetrock work that's being involved, and then interior paint, and it's a massive house. That's the reason why. It's a fair price. I can probably get a couple grand cheaper using my guys from Houston, but I'm just gonna let her run the project turnkey. Now this flooring bid for $7,562, we had some miscommunication. She thought I was gonna put LVP floors in the bathrooms as well, but I wanna put tiling. So as you can see, they put $4,900 for the LVP floors throughout the entire first floor and all the wet areas, plus carpet for the stairs and upstairs for $2,662. Now keep in mind, I'm keeping the same tile floor that's in the kitchen and breakfast nook and pantry already to save some money. But I expect that price to go down a little bit once I do tiling for the bathroom floors instead of LVP. And for electrical, she has $2,250 for the work. For the fixtures, $2,500, but I actually already bought all the fixtures myself. That's already at the house, but the pricing is about the same, so we'll just keep that in there for a good estimate of the total cost for my project. Hardware, she has $2,500 in there, and I hope it can be a little cheaper. It is labor and material, and I know the material is not expensive. Like the doorknobs, maybe $300, hinges, pulls, another $300. Doorstop smokes, another $300, so like $900. So I don't think it should cost $1,600 for the labor to do those things, but we'll just leave it in there for now. Quartz countertops for the kitchen and potentially the bathrooms, $3,800. That's fine. Exterior, repair rotted areas of siding, $1,100. Then paint the siding, $2,750. And then a pressure wash, $500. Now you see this backsplash subway tile for $650. I'm actually gonna have my tile guy include that in his tile bid. And then they have landscaping at $1,750, which is all right. I might probably spend a little more. I'll probably hit like $2,500 to make it a little nicer. And then tub and tile, this is really high in my opinion. She's charging $7,500, labor and material, and it's just for 2 shower tubs. So the tub already takes away a lot of space that needs tiling on the walls. So I think I can get my guy from Houston to go out there and do everything, tiling both shower tubs, tiling all the bathroom floors, the laundry room floor, and tiling the kitchen backsplash, all for probably $5,000. So where she's charging me $7,500 plus the $650 subway tile backsplash, which is $8,150, plus the flooring, probably another $900 or so right there. So $9,000 minus $5,000, I'm saving about $4,000 if I send out my tile guy from Houston to go do this job versus using this general contractor's people. Now replace 3 toilets, $675. Replaces the vanity, labor only because I'm buying the vanities myself, $350. Repair plumbing leak. They don't know the extent of it yet, so it's at 0, but it shouldn't be much. It should be already repaired. Replace both tubs, labor only, $660. Replace French door in the back, $1,275. Siding work on the exterior, $1,500. Replacing all the blinds in the house with the cheap vinyl 1-inch blinds, $500. And then cement repairs on the driveway, $150. And then she zeroed out these because they're optional. I'm not sure what the final price would be, which is baseboards, 36. Fence replacement, that $3,000 I told you about earlier. And then appliances, they put $1,500 for now, but she can get some scratch and dent secondhand appliances for like $800 to $1,000, but we're not sure if they're in stock. So for now, it's zeroed out, but a budget of $1,500 is put there. So as you can see, her total bid comes back at $48,880. And that's without the demo and without the fence, appliances, and the baseboards. So if you add all that back in, you're probably right at around $60,000. Now keep in mind, on top of that, I have to buy the bathroom vanities, which will be another $2,000. So $62,000 roughly. But remember, I'm using my tile guide so I can shave off $4,000 off that bid down to $58,000. So let's say we're at $58,000 right now. The thing is, the roof is still an unknown. The roof needs to be replaced. It's the original roof since the house was built in 2000. So it's been 25 years and it's in pretty bad shape. However, the house does have solar panels on it, which makes it more expensive to replace the roof as they have to take out the solar panels and reattach them. And there's like 40 solar panels. Now, I do want to keep the solar panels because they're fully paid off. So it's a great selling point to the end buyer that your electricity bill will be a lot lower because you have solar panels. But what I'm afraid is, given the size of the house and the solar panels, that the roof might come back at $20,000 for a roof replacement. And I'm already at $60,000 basically on the rehab, but I wasn't expecting to spend almost $80,000 on the renovation, as I had only budgeted $40,000 to $45,000 when I initially did my numbers. Now, I get why the price is so high. It's a humongous house, and I'm paying a GC to run the show, hands-off turnkey, since I'm in Houston. However, my saving grace is I bought the house at a very cheap price. I got the house for $190,000, and although now I'll be spending maybe $80,000 worst case conservatively, that will put me at $270,000 all in. Now, holding costs like the private lender and stuff, let's say $278,000, $280,000 worst case, but this house can sell for $350,000, and I'm going off that because a smaller house that was outdated on the inside, but very clean and move-in ready, sold for $315,000 just down the street. So mine being renovated with new floors, new paint, new fixtures, and new bathroom tile, I think $350,000 is a fair price for it to sell pretty quick on the market. Now, take away $20,000 for closing costs, realtor commissions, etc. You're looking at $330,000 minus $270,000. That will put me at about a $60,000 profit, which is pretty good if it's especially hands-off and I didn't have to do much. But I was expecting when I bought this home to kind of hit like a $90,000 profit margin, to be honest. So we'll see. And either way, I'll be happy. And my goal is to get that profit margin a little higher, closer to 70, 75 if I can cut costs. But either way, I'm looking forward to this project. It should be a quick project. The contractor told me 6 to 8 weeks just because she has other jobs going on right now. So it will slow us down a little bit. But I think the pricing is fair, paying a 20% premium compared to my Houston guys. But it's hands-off, turnkey. So yeah, the rehab starts next week. I'll keep you guys updated once I get more finalized numbers and how things change. But for now, this is the initial look at the rundown of this new flip I just picked up in San Antonio. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel for more content like this, or leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this deal, what you think about this deal. Is it a bad deal, a good deal? Let me know. I'd love to hear it.